Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to bout number 2. This is a light heavyweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds of boxing. Well, let me welcome first into the ring from Bognor Regis in Sussex. It is Callum. Never one to hide. And now, ladies and gentlemen, into the red corner. He's from Chatham in Kent. He is Jordan Dennis!
Yeah. Are you ready? That's what we do. Let's go. No lead up. No music needed. No music needed. Right. Do your thing.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds of boxing. Remember, today's security is provided by Protect and Patrol. And your chief sponsors are Kent Trade Frames. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's a live heavyweight contest scheduled for 4 3-minute rounds. Let me introduce your boxers again. Firstly, into the blue corner. He's wearing a white trunks with a black waistband. He weighed in at 12 stone, 5 pounds. He's here for his 11th professional contest. He's from Bognor Regis in Sussex. He is Callum. Never one to hide. Eyes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, into the red corner, wearing the black, orange, silver and gold trunks. He weighed in at 12 stone, 1 pound. He comes with a professional record of 3 fights, 3 wins. One of those wins coming inside the scheduled distance. He's from Chatham, right here in Kent. It is Jordan Your timekeeper is Mr. McCann, and your referee is Mr. Kieran McCann. 4 3-minute rounds.
So the ref giving them their final instructions in the corner. In the white shorts we've got Callum Hyde, and in the black shorts with red trim, Jordan Dennis. This is a 4-round light heavyweight contest. Dennis taking the centre ground straight away, just throwing out that jab.
Jordan's got good hand speed, hasn't he? I mean, he's got real tidy work, John. You know, he was a great amateur, but he is quite clearly for me at the moment coming out the sharper of the two. He's got a nice range though. He's quite tall, isn't he? The away fighter, Hyde. Be nice to see Jordan. I mean, he's quite awkward. Jordan is an awkward fighter, and but he does hold himself. Great shot to the body there, John.
Lovely clubbing shot, and another. Dennis working. Holding that centre ground, and then just coming on when he wants to, targeting the body. Nice variety in his work so far from Dennis, and Hyde just keeping the distance, don't get too involved. I guess sizing each other up for a little while.
He's got good pedigree, Jordan. He got an England vest. It's keeping him in the corner there. If he can keep him there, start working to the body.
Lovely clubbing left hand.
Yeah, some great work again from Jordan Dennis there.
Lovely clubbing left hand.
Slip that nice.
Hyde just trying to impose himself a little bit on the fight.
I've got to say, Dennis is looking lovely and composed out there, isn't he? Moving well, head movements on point. Look at him. much more the confident fighter. I think any second now, he's going to drop him.
I just tied him up there. Wanting a little bit of respite from what has come so far. But Dennis again, just holding the centre of the ring, not going anywhere, not feeling he needs to back off, just holding his ground. Lovely jab. Comes in again.
He's certainly, as Dan said, he's definitely the more composed of the two fighters, Dennis.
As well, isn't he? He's very slick. Great head movement there again.
I just taking his time,
He's got to keep those hands up wide.
picking his shots. Doesn't want to leave himself exposed. He's already felt a little bit of Dennis's power.
Where Jordan's going to look to start working, he's going to have to start working the body like that. I mean, he's caught him a few times now to the body, and I think that's where he's going to start hurting this kid, Hyde. If he can start throwing that jab and start coming to the body like that, keeping him on the ropes like he's doing. Great work again there from Jordan.
Some lovely feints as he comes in. Jordan with a nice left hook.
Just can't keep him off him, can he, John? Hyde.
Oh, and a cracking right through the guard, and you feel that Hyde will want to try and tie him up here. Sure sign that someone has felt that, but a lovely right straight through the guard.
He's holding that left hand. That first round to Jordan. Great shot from Jordan with that over the top right hand. Some good work to the body, keeping him on the ropes. He's going to struggle wide if he doesn't keep that left hand up.
Very calm in the Dennis corner, just taking a couple of instructions from his trainer. But the nicer work in the round coming from Jordan Dennis. In this, his fourth fight at light heavyweight. And this one just, again, a 4-rounder.
Hyde to really get back, or it's not to get back into it. Hyde's best chance today, John, I reckon he's just going to have to stay nice and tight, keep his defences with him, hopefully find something later.
Round 2.
And we head into the second. Dennis again straight to the middle of the ring, looking to hold his ground. It's lovely, lovely head movement from Jordan Dennis there, avoiding those jabs. And then working at the body. Dennis looks calculated with his shots, just not rushing in, just waiting, just wanting to make the right choice, look for the right gaps.
He's definitely picking his shots a little bit better, Jordan. He's looking for an opening, but Hyde's keeping that left hand down. He's holding them hands down far too low for me, John. And I think if he keeps him there, he's going to get himself hurt. Jordan's, as he's coming forward, he's got to keep them hands up, but he's moving his head really nicely, and he's looking good.
Yeah, some lovely feints from Jordan Dennis so far. And in such a short fight, if it's going to go the distance, you don't want, as Dennis there with a clubbing overhand right, you don't want to leave it for the judges, do you? I mean, if you get behind in a 4-round fight, you ain't going to have much time to recover the points.
I mean, it's all or nothing. The first, you got to come out, and you got to come out. 4 threes. It's not like the 8-rounders, where you got to pace yourself. I mean, you can pretty much throw everything in for the 4 rounds. And I think coming from an amateur background like Jordan has done, and a pedigree that he is, that's going to play certainly into his hands.
Stinging shots though, stinging body shots there from Jordan. You can hear it straight away.
Hyde just trying to get himself away from the ropes, away from being trapped in somewhere. With some nice movement, but again, Dennis holding the centre ground and just waiting. And maybe this is what you were saying about the amateur pedigree, but just not rushing in here, not panicking, just taking his time and waiting to pick the shots. Lovely body shot there. Just moving, waiting.
I mean, some great work from Jordan again, trying to keep him in that corner because he is the taller and the slightly rangier fighter. Hyde. He looks awkward. He's an awkward fighter, I think. and he doesn't look particularly comfortable in there with Jordan. They're very, very slightly different styles. We've got the sort of slicker work from Dennis and the sort of longer range of counter puncher of Ide. But I do see, for me, Jordan's showing the more class for me at the moment.
Think of Ide's defences, Harman.
I think he's, like I said already, Dan, I think he's keeping them hands far too low for me. And Jordan really, if Ide's going to keep his hands that low, Jordan needs to start throwing that jab a little bit more. And he's had a few success. He's had success with that over the top right hand. I'd like to see him throw that a bit more often in the third.
Yeah, maybe keep going to the body, keep trying to maybe lower Ide's hands a little, bring him down and maybe look for the headshot. But Ide looking very tidy on the ropes. I reckon he's got nice tidy defences.
Halfway through this one.
Both rounds then so far, John. I'd go to Dennis, so we give both rounds so far to Dennis.
Same for you, Ian?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't see this going, unless Ide does something special, I can't see this going his way. The class here and the slicker work rate coming from Jordan, and he is showing his class here.
The contrast in stance here.
6 seconds.
The rangier, taller fighter, Ide.
Seconds out. Round
And the
3.
slicker work of Dennis as we go into round 3. Both fighters exchanging jabs. Lovely foot movement from Dennis to
Steps off well, doesn't he?
evade.
He does step off well, doesn't he? He has got good feet.
Not rushing in, again, taking the centre ground.
I feel Dennis is finding him a bit tricky at the moment with the height as well. You know, I think he's struggling here to catch him.
He moved really well, Jordan, and because there is a clear and obvious height difference. That's where it's going to be. You know, he doesn't want to be caught coming in as he comes forward to look for that shot. He doesn't want to be caught like he got caught there. He's moving well. He's got to start stepping up a little bit for me, Jordan, now, and start throwing a few more shots. He's getting success with the body, and that's where maybe, for me, if he keeps him and starts working to the body, then comes to the head. So body, head, he might get a bit more success that way.
Lovely counter punch in there from Ide, just to get himself out of a bit of trouble. And Ide having to retreat a little again onto the ropes.
Oh, he does work well off the ropes though, Ide, doesn't he? I do like his defence on the ropes, and he does look like he's had a few fights that you can see. He's looking nice. Again, he's composed, good defences, works well off that rope. He likes to step off as well, which is it's good to see.
This is 11th fight, Callum Ide, all the way from Brighton.
How tall do you reckon he is then? How tall do you reckon? How tall do you reckon he is?
I think he's pretty tall, isn't he? He's got to be over 6 foot down, isn't he? He's quite a tall lad. I'll tell you, what have you got down on your statistics, Dan?
I don't know. Go on, have a guess then, John.
I'm going to go 6'2".
Yeah, bang on, 6'2".
I cheated, I looked over your shoulder. Again, centre of the ring, knows what he wants to do.
Caught him well on that jab. Well, Jordan, he's got to start throwing that jab a little bit more often. Now, I mean, he's slick. He's got to start, mate, like I said earlier on, he's got to start maybe, if he can catch him on the corner and get him to the corner, start working to the body, start working to the head. He doesn't want to be caught, doesn't really want to start being caught coming forward. Like I say, he's had some success there with the body, and he's back on the ropes, as you can see. He's throwing to the body. I'd like to see him now come up to the head.
There's a stinging left hand that put Ide back on the ropes, but then a nice counter punch. And Ide's game here, and Dennis is not having this all his own way.
Ide's definitely a tricky fighter, and I mean, if you look at his record, he's only been stopped twice, Ide, and you can see why. I mean, he's got a very, very good defence, and with the height as well, you know, those headshots and those hands, I don't know, again, he's looking a bit miffed there.
It seems as if he sort of knows what he has to do to avoid taking some of the heavier shots.
He's definitely an awkward character, this Ide kid. He's rangy. You know, he keeps them hands low and he brings them up. You can't really read him. He's a hard fighter to read. And Jordan got caught a few times with the uppercut on the ropes there. He kept him, stuck him on the ropes there. But as he's there, Jordan's there, kept him there. Eyed through that right uppercut, and caught him. So he needs to be a little bit careful, Jordan.
I mean, going through Ide's record, he seems to be, you know, he's definitely a tough kid. He's just, I don't know, he's just been a bit unlucky there. Looking at his card, he's been a bit unlucky. Lost most of his fights by points, like we said, only twice stopped, so this is going to be a difficult one.
And we've seen some nice work from him. I mean, a lot of it has been counter-punching, but, you know, Dennis with maybe some of the flashier shots, but Ide actually has landed some good, decent shots of his own as we head into the fourth and final round of this light heavyweight contest.
Jordan's got to be smart, isn't he? He doesn't want to get too carried away. He's head on points. He doesn't want to get carried away. He shouldn't look for the knockout. He should stay on the jab. Start looking to the body like he's been doing. He's been really successful with that. You know, great jab there by Jordan.
Two lovely jabs. But Ide again. Now taking the centre of the ring himself before he retreats a little, but looking to work here, Ide, and looking maybe as if he knows that potentially he's down on the cards. But as he starts to open up a little bit, you wonder if Dennis will start to have a little bit more success. But he is the busier fighter in this final round, Ide.
Yeah, he is. He's all or nothing. You know, Jordan is ahead on points. He's won all 3 rounds, and Ide's got to throw it in now. He's got to start stepping up if he wants something out of this tonight. Jordan, he's got to be careful again. He's got caught a few times here. He's got his hands down low there. Jordan's got to be looking for them openings, but he is awkward, this kid, Ide, like I've said.
Well, that reach advantage, I suppose, maybe makes Jordan a little bit wary to engage completely. But he has had success every time he has tried to.
Absolutely right. He doesn't want to rush forward. You know, like what we see with the other fight, the kid rushed forward. He got caught a few times, and he paid obviously the price. With Jordan, you know, he's been a bit smarter in his work. You know, he's picking his shots well. You know, his Ide's not silly. He knows he's looking for the counter, but Jordan's doing the right thing by staying away and throwing his shots smart.
Ide here working hard to land some scoring shots. He certainly let his hands go far more in this final round, which you wonder if it will be too little too late, but it just seems as though when Dennis wants to catch him, he can catch him. But credit to Ide, credit to him for potentially realising he's going to have to score well in this round, if not knock him out. But
yeah, I mean, this isn't a brawl like our first fight. This is certainly a class work from Jordan. You know, slick work from Jordan. He's not looking for the knockout. He's boxing him. He's taking him to school, I think, for me.
Into the closing moments. Lovely head movement. And a wonderful step inside. Great right, back out again. Sort of stopped Ide in his tracks a little bit there. Into the final moments. Ide throwing that nice left hand, nice jab, coming forward.
Just got to be sensible.
A little too late, John, isn't it, for Ide, really? You know, a little bit too late. He's thrown that jab. If he'd have thrown that jab a little bit more often, he might have had a bit more success, that Ide. But, you know, he had the height advantage, he had that advantage, but he definitely didn't use it for me, John.
The fighters acknowledge each other. How did you score that, Dan?
For me, that was definitely all Dennis, and I gave it all the rounds to him. So on my scorecard, 40-36. What did you have, Harman?
Yeah, absolutely right. 40-36. Dan, absolutely spot on.
But did Ide start to do a little bit more in that last round to potentially? Okay, we think Dennis will have won the fight, but did he start to do a little bit more for you?
Yeah, I think Ide certainly should have stepped up a little bit more with a jab. He had that massive height advantage. He should have been throwing them shots. He's got the longer, rangier shots, looking to catch Jordan as he comes forward, and he just wasn't doing that. The better work rate came from Jordan. Jordan throwing some great shots to the body, body head, keeping him on the ropes. So here we go with the results.
39 points to 37 points in favour of, and still undefeated, Jordan
And the referee there just leaning across to Dennis's corner just to tell him that that fourth round was, in fact, he scored it as Ide's round.
Yeah, it's, I think maybe a few of them shots, a few of them long-range short shots did catch Jordan, and maybe that's a fair one. But no, I mean, for me, it was all Jordan for me, John.